Quietude descended once again upon the royal capital, and the day of the new king's coronation arrived.
Boy, the coronation really crept up on us. There's a lot of people in the crowd.
Don't tell me you're nervous. After everything we survived already, stage fright should be nothing for you.
Of course, I'm fine.
If you say so. Just do relax your shoulders once you're out there, okay?
We've all made due arrangements. You can trust in us. Your newfound dignity suits you well, Your Highness. But I suppose you have outgrown that title. Your Majesty. Yes, that too suits you well.
By the way, saw some of them Senate fat cats hovering about, acting like they've been supporting us from the start, of course. Always on the winning side, eh?
Better than the alternative, no? Especially since we've got some Luis diehards among the people.
I hear that many are concerned about his proficiency with statecraft. To be honest, I'm not so sure myself.
Juna will stand as moderator at the podium. His Majesty will only be asked for a few brief answers. First, the people would know how you aim to lead them. How will you respond to that, Your Majesty?
I'll confront any challenge for my people. I know I'm inexperienced, but I'll strive to do my utmost, with all of you at my side.
That's fine. The people have about had it with pompous monologues. Better to say what you mean with determination.
Still, there are a lot of people in the crowd who have never supported you. How are you going to respond to them?
I'll have to let my work prove my words. With results, I hope everyone can feel that our future will be brighter.
You went from a nobody to the top seat in the nation. No need to puff up and bluster anymore, what? You'll do fine.
A ruler must only stand tall. The rest is not done alone. We are with you.
Indeed. And we're no strangers to more practical work. Whatever our tasks, I'm sure we can handle them.
Well, it is time to make your first appearance as our king. Let us brace ourselves.
Good luck!
Thanks for always having my back.
Well, let's go. To His Majesty, the new king!
All right, a warm welcome, please! His Majesty the new king! Your Majesty, you're so young!
Please. My king, your subjects would hear how you intend to lead them.
Relax, okay? Take it easy and use your own words.
As a ruler, I've much to learn. I cannot say what I'll accomplish. And yet, I believe the world can change by our hand. And to that end, I will face any odds.
Now, Your Majesty, a few more words.
Naturally, some under your rule now supported other people in the race. How do you respond to their voices?
There will be times I let you down. I know that. Only results can prove my intent. But still, even should you oppose your king, you can always believe in your own future. I will make sure of it!
A nation where dreams and fantasies are always in reach. Will surely be a challenge.
We'll make it happen.
There you go. If you can pull that off, you'll be the finest king we've known. Well then, this is it! Your attention, please!
No lord remains for you to kneel before. Please take the crown with your own hands, my king.
Ah, long have I awaited the arrival of this day. This journey has reached its end. He came to know the goodness of a hero's heart, and became the king his people had always hoped for. But as this journey ends, so another begins. I'd like you to watch over him on his path for a little longer yet. 1 year has passed since the arrival of the new king.
Hey, heard the news? They're finally reopening that mage academy that got closed down.
You don't say. The famous one deep in the Monterio Mountains. Really? I'm impressed. It only took them a year.
They've even paved a proper mountain road. And get this, their headmistress is none other than Lady Juna.
What? The songstress?
Well, she is one of the king's 6 partisans. If she managed to help save the world from Luis, I expect she knows a thing or two about magic. Sounds like they plan to fully open the magic researchers' findings to the people, too. Quite a turn from when the late Sanctifex banned it.
Makes sense to me. After the clash between His Majesty and Luis last year, everyone knows you don't really need an igniter to use magic.
And that's just today's news. It's surprise after surprise, ever since us churchfolk got the boot from the palace. Even the Royal Knights. Their leadership was bound to the church more than anything, and now he's out on his ear too. And replaced by Sir Jaime Noctul, no less. You believe that? The Royal Knights, led by a Uchief of all things. Though he's one of the 6 partisans himself. When he speaks, everyone listens. No one's about to complain.
Even Parliament now invites citizen representatives to hearings. Strange to think we'd been deaf to the voice of the people until now. It's unbelievable, compared to the days of the autocrats. How swiftly the times change, eh?
Credit where it's due. I think it's thanks to His young Majesty. Remember last year's coronation? Unprecedented, that. Saw heroes of all different tribes celebrating the king's victory. Celebrating among the common folk, even. They tell me some of the younger aristocrats have taken to calling it the Great Reconciliation. It really is a tragedy, what happened to his father, the king. But considering how his sons turned out, I hope he's at peace.
Indeed. Yet the real test is still to come. The first year has seen a lot of good, but we've still got our share of problems.
And they don't recognize him?
Speaking of His Majesty, I've also heard some folks saying they've seen a boy wandering around these parts who looks just like him. You don't suppose?
Nobody else has bright blue hair.
Ah, can't be. Without his escorts? Besides, what business would a king have in this place?
Suppose you're right.
Mountains upon mountains of appeals from the people. How many days will this take to sort?
After all the trouble you took to flee politics. And somehow you're now the preeminent ladyship of your house. Such is fate.
Despite everything, this year has passed in surprising peace, hasn't it? Honestly, with the royal scepter disappearing like that, I feared more dissent.
Perhaps after Luis, they swore they could never let that happen again. Either way, more and more are dealing with conflicts calmly and openly. Promising.
It promises that I'll have an eternally cluttered desk.
Here, Your Majesty. I've brought in the next load. And there we go. Not half bad, right? Hey! Isn't the king supposed to be here?
When did he? I've said countless times not to leave unannounced.
Oh, all this decoration doesn't suit me. How would Luis and Forden put up with all this damn finery? Your Majesty? Are you here? Juna's back from her inspection.
Apologies, Troll. I'll look for him now.
Wait! I'm coming with you! Oh, good grief. Some things never change. Not that they should.
I'd say life has changed plenty for us. Yet somehow our captain's same as he ever was.
And then, well, I might have got a bit too fresh with them stuck-up sanctists. But those bloody church folk been looking down on us for years, you know? Still, it was other sanctists what stepped in to keep things peaceable too. I reckon they're not all bad. Guess me cogs turning. They lost both their Santifex and the Saint Lady last year. Got their own struggles, I expect. Not like it excuses all of them or makes me want to go up and shake a sanctor's hand, but you really put some perspective on it.
It was good talking to you, too.
You know what, lad? You're all right. You ever need some good, honest work? I'll get you squared, eh?
I should have known you'd be wandering around without your escorts again. How is it, being able to hear the city's honest thoughts? If you told them you're the king, it'd knock them sideways. Sorry you ended up coming all this way. Maria's actually out on an errand right now.
And I suppose I'll wait until she comes back.
You sure? That girl always ends up on detours. No telling how long she'll be. Either way, best keep your head down. You know what happens when you're too obvious about this. Sooner or later, the Lady Captain of the Royal Guard...
Oh, there you are! I knew we'd find you here, for crying out loud!
Phew. So you were here.
Speak of the devil.
Let us return, Your Majesty. And I thought I had informed you that Juna would be back from her expedition today.
I have a few stops left in the city, though.
You do know I practically sprinted out the gates to find you. 'Tis settled. I shall come with you on every excursion.
Not dressed like that, you won't. You know how we like snooping around, inconspicuously.
Point taken.
He'll be fine. His Majesty is not about to fall prey to some alleyway scoundrel, surely. Right, Your Majesty. If you see Maria about, do slow down for a chat. She'll be shattered if she finds out she just missed you.
Fine. Now, Your Majesty, once your business here is finished, please make sure you return to the palace with all swiftness.
All right.
Let's go. Hey?
The new year?
What now?
More game. Quite the long epilogue, isn't it?
Come now.
Wow, the formality.
Of course. And so... Well... This I vow.
What do you want to do?
Maria can wait. Oh, that's spruced up.
You're not serious.
I know, right? No way. No one else.
So, we meet again.
Peace.
It's just too much.
Peace.
That's the way.
Alonzo.
Pleasure to see you. Hey. Yes. Now that you mention it. Thank you.
Another time,
This place has really changed. This
It's only bad because you freaking put this in the middle. Oh, people.
Oh. Just...
Right.
favor.
Now that you mention it.
Yes. We shall.
Yo. Hey. But yeah. Thank you.
Ah, brilliant.
All right then.
This place is really...
Well, I sure don't want to
I'm
go
just
back to the old kingdom.
incredulous.
Oh.
Child. Well, you're not terrible anymore. Hey, it's
Very nice.
Julian.
Well, well.
What are you doing out here then?
Yes. Oh, very nice.
Well, who's oppressing them?
Oh, very nice.
Well, I mean, time will pass and people won't remember because they didn't live through it.
Oh, very nice.
Similar things will happen again.
Thank you, kind.
Welcome.
Thank you kindly. Thank you kindly. Oi there.
Excuse me. Ooh. It's just too much.
That'd be lovely.
Oh, but which action to undertake?
Indeed, 'tis not so bad.
Much more colorful.
Say there.
Jeez. Good thing I did not start this last night.
Stupendous.
Hey, mister.
Stupendous.
Although staring at the screen for this long, it's painful.
Young man.
Ah, you.
I'm left with no choice.
Well, that's good.
Hiya. Hiya.
Real nice, that.
Become a proper kingdom now, is this?
Yeah?
Who?
What should I do?
Oh, I see.
Yep. Yep.
Wonderful, isn't it?
Huh? But...
I love it.
Is the flag different? I can't tell. I remember what it looked like.
Very good indeed.
Say,
Aha!
Welcome.
Yes, good.
Aha!
Grand, isn't it? Grand, isn't it? Ah, wonderful.
Say there.
Just a roll.
Hey.
Yeah, that cape does look hard to move in.
Even so.
Hey.
Thank you. That's... no.
Hey.
That's why.
Say there.
Hi there.
Where do you go?
What a day.
Ah. Can I go? The world sounds cool.
Hold on.
See you soon, I hope.
Sound proper kingish.
Fancy a chat?
You there?
Wow, what'll I do?
So not much has happened, I see.
You there?
Very amazing.
It's the guy with the helmet. Hello.
May God May God
Well,
keep you, child.
Everyone else seems to have died, so you know, pick up the people you can. Milo? That's his name, right? Yes.
Oh. Yeah.
Yes, but they are... they know what they're doing.
Lovely.
Oh, there!
Oh.
Lovely.
Barton.
Lovely.
That's something.
So,
Got to say, Then again, brilliant.
Lovely, that. Lovely, that.
hello.
Indeed.
Oh, there was a guy who entered on behalf of Luis, wasn't there? Completely forgot about him. Has only been 1 year. Got it.
Right.
pickle.
Oi!
Come again.
Ain't this a pickle?
You don't recognize the only guy, the guy who liked him. They just let you leave?
Yeah?
Wow. Look at that, we can see again how unfathomably large this one city is. Too bad we can't see it from here. Pretty sure it's behind the church. Loveless.
Ain't this a pickle?
Hey! Yeah.
Ain't this a pickle?
Say.
Brigitte.
Yes. Yet. Speaking of.
How nice.
Ain't this a pickle?
Oh, come off it. Let's go see.
Dear me!
Cat.
Wait a sec.
That's a good kitty.
Juna.
My king.
In that case,
Gosh. Well. So.
Well, a lot of people survived. You could ask them.
Speaking of which.
Mertus. Mertus. Ah, her, yes.
now we're talking.
Yeah. Hey! Hey!
Yes, I was told.
Magic.
Aha.
I'm sure we'll meet again someplace.
Sure you did.
Oh!
We'll just have to see.
Oi!
New paint. They just let you all back.
Oi!
Elder? Now, how did I wind up here?
Can I go? Can I go?
Hang on!
Amazing.
Where to?
Okay, I was hoping I
Where
did
to?
not have the ability to travel around. He's probably downstairs. If anyone's on here, which they aren't. Huh. Of course, no one on here.
Aha!
About that.
Oh. Perhaps. Indeed.
That's...
That's... However...
How nice.
Amazing.
Just sublime.
Oh,
Thank you.
you are. Hello.
I'll take you to prison.
Honestly. The prince has become magnificent indeed. Aha!
Oh.
This fellow. I'm counting on you.
Aha!
Closure, eh? Wonderful.
Aha!
Hey.
Hello.
May God keep you.
All right.
I wouldn't say this is incognito. You better.
May God keep you, child.
What am I to do? Oh. Wonderful.
How about a fortune?
Hello.
Greetings.
Well,
In truth, alas, the reason is, now that you mention it. Very well. I do believe. Because
How very nice. Well, time to get our move on then.
It's a pickle. Say there.
So,
Wonderful.
that reminds me.
but
Oh. Oh, right. I suppose now I should call you Your Majesty. You know, I was just telling Papa, even through all that mess, everyone's really been working hard.
you think this country's gotten any better since then?
Well, seems like everyone's having more fun than before. I'm sure Papa's happy too.
That's good. Hearing that from you really lifts my heart.
Don't worry. I'll try to do my part with what I've got. I want to help everyone understand that the world could be a better place if we can join hands with one another. Miss Fabian's fed so many hungry people since things changed. Some of those people even said they found their place there. I think I did too. If we can all change together for the better like that, we'll be closer to Your Majesty's and Papa's dream. land. I want to help with something too. I want everyone across the land to be able to smile.
Yeah, I'm counting on you. Let's do this together.
Yeah. Thank you, Your Majesty. Oh, thank you, Your Majesty.
We should be the ones thanking her. Feels like I can see the entire country's future in her smile.
Everyone!
Long time no see. How have you been?
As we find ourselves afield, I thought I might visit Alsace myself.
Hold on a tick. Those people there? Surely not.
Naturally, we're drawing attention. We didn't all have to go at once.
Needn't fuss, old thing. It's been too long since we were all together again anyway.
Lady Tuna, did she really come all this way in a runner? Could have asked His Majesty to pop over and bring you back with a teleport or two.
The unmitigated nerve!
Oh, it's fine. I wanted to take in our country as it is. It's definitely a little rougher outside the capital's walls. There's still traces of melancholia around, and the odd human roaming about.
We're sending soldiers out for every incident we can. But it's not easy to hear the voice of the people from more distant regions.
I guess it's obvious. But just because you're king now doesn't make you suddenly all-seeing.
A lesson I learned last year. In the end, I was blind to a great deal of this world. Never would have learned if I hadn't pushed out the door and seen it with my own eyes.
A year ago, I would have just said we could fly over ourselves. I mean, let's be real. The capital isn't going to fall apart if we just sneak over for a little tour, is it?
Of course not. We specifically put precautions in place to keep things running.
Yet it has only been 1 year. We cannot be too complacent too soon, lest the dissidents seize on the opportunity.
Oh, there he is! Over there! See? I told you, that's His Majesty, innit? Might have been a bit too obvious.
Oi there, Your Majesty!
You dare hoy the king? You swine!
Steady on, Hulkenberg, calm. You needn't draw steel on the poor fellow. We're the ones who indulged in this little day trip.
Your Majesty, thanks for all you do, really. Have to say, my life's a lot easier now.
There's more work to do every day. But we're in this together. We believe in you.
Everyone's so supportive. Kind of brings back memories from last year.
Rather. It's the sort of thing to get a chap all misty-eyed over the past. What a journey it was.
Looks like we're drawing a crowd. Time to get back to work.
Indeed. A veritable mountain of tasks awaits us, and I will see it crested.
And not long after, the new year dawned.
A journey? Are you really planning on leaving us?
There's more I have to see. With my own eyes.
You want to know what's going on in the world, huh? Well, I guess you are the king.
Sounds like fun, but a daily jaunt down to the slums is one thing, and a proper journey is quite another. You're a king now, lad. You've got the people's expectations on your shoulders. It's all right to just sit on your throne and mind the home front, you know?
I want to do what I can for the people. If that's not kingly, then the crown's just slowing me down.
Come on, this is no time for jokes.
Never the fearless gadabout, eh? Well, I take your point back. Magla and the humans make a fine barometer for the anxiety still swirling in the country. So you go out and give it a proper survey, where it is and how much is there. If people can't face their anxieties, they can't keep their eyes forward. And if they can't do that, we'll have a bally hard time moving forward as a nation or a people. So you want to get a better grasp of it all. That's your most important duty as a ruler. That's what you're thinking, eh?
Right.
If that was your plan, you could have just said so.
Sounds like a fine idea to me. A proper spot of fun besides. Wouldn't expect any less from our king and captain. Well, since I'm the bally court engineer, I've no choice but to come along. I'm the only driver fit to maneuver the Royal Skyrunner after all. Yes, here begins our quest anew. Let us sally forth upon our... hello? Are you not listening to me?
Sire, you've really got to stop chasing these ideas all on your own. You'll be the death of us.
Once again, sire, I've asked you countless times to give word if you're to leave the castle. Such caprice.
Nurse, don't tell me you called for them beforehand.
Saved us a bit of time, eh? Though, hello, what's this? I count only 2 of the 6 partisans. Short a few spears.
For my part, I believe 'tis unrealistic for all of us to depart the capital together.
Oh, so you have no plans to stop our little adventure, eh?
Hulkenberg and I talked it over. We decided that if you insist on going, we'd rather go with you than stop you.
Are you sure about this?
I was thinking back to our last fight with Luis. So many people supported us, but not for any high-minded ideals or arguments.
They were supporting us because we were actively fighting a monster on their behalf. In the end, people make choices based on their personal experience and emotion. Even if decided justly and supported by prosperity, the people may struggle to trust a king whose face they do not know. An invisible ruler is no cure for their fears.
Right. I'm not opposed to the idea of getting out into the world again. Really, it might be the wisest move to make sure you're a king everyone knows.
Still, this early into the new year? 'Tis never a dull moment in your Majesty's employ.
Bit of a smaller party than we last set out with, huh? But it's a pleasure to be on the road again with you.
Okay, but can we really afford to have both our general and the Royal Guard's captain coming along for this?
'Tis natural course for the Royal Guard to accompany the king. And I trust my corps is not so feeble that it will fall apart in my absence.
We'll make it work. Got to learn to trust others and delegate, right? We'll just have to lead by example.
Right then, let's go.
You once heard my voice and answered a query in kind. Is fantasy a powerless creation? That timeless question. So long as life remains in the world, we seekers all shall search for our answer. But he will find his, of that I am certain. And it is thanks to you for believing in and guiding him. That was the true purpose of my royal magic, you know. To seek and obtain guidance from denizens of a land beyond ours. A land that has not yet lost hope. And it was you who answered the call. Armed with your hope, armed with the power of fantasy, you rose in glory. Such courage, such whimsy, and yes, what thrills. You have my sincerest thanks.
Feels familiar. It's been far too long.
Aye, The wind feels an echo of days past.
Unusually poetic for you.
They're awful, aren't they? They would have left us behind.
Well, I'm not certain we're in a position to talk, having followed straight after, saying we could just teleport back.
Well, hey, we figured the kids might want to change your scenery, like.
Wow! Amazing!
Poetic indeed. That the scepter's absence restored order to Magla, and even greenery to the sands.
I'll say, I definitely like this view better.
Let's go.
Okay. So. What a good game. A drawn out ending, but the rest of it. Very good. Definitely deserved the awards that it had won. I mean, if I'd finished it, I may have voted for it for Game of the Year, but who knows. Very little I can remember that wasn't very good about this game. I don't believe there were the usual Atlas things in this game, so I might actually just recommend this. Interesting characters. Good twists. And overall, a good experience. I'd have to rewatch everything to actually understand fully. Because whatever it shows you at the end generally influences what you say about it. You have to watch it again. You have to see it again to really understand. Now the message of this game. Yes, good. I sure hope it inspires people to attempt to change the way they live. I certainly enjoyed it. Now these credits will go on for longer than I have to speak. The parts about us being someone he asked wasn't fleshed out all too much. Like, you saw it in the beginning. They talked about WoW. What a weird name for the entire game. And then here, at the end of the game, they say thanks. Yes, it makes sense. I'm not saying it doesn't. I'm just saying they could have expanded more on that. Luis's character. I really did like it a lot. At the end it was a bit strange, but I'm sure it makes sense in a way. The main characters. Stroll, amazing. I would like to hang out with him. Ilkenberg. Yes, fine. Must she speak with the tiz? Esme. Nice story he had on the follower link, social link, follower. Juna. I didn't actually like her in the beginning when I first saw her. Not at the song, but when she showed up on the runner out in the field. But definitely a very, very good. Come on, you have a dictionary, just use it. Well, I would need to go over it again in order to understand further. What about the characters I enjoyed? Yufa. As well, I see very little flaws, if any. Just somebody who was closed off and we expanded their horizons. And they stayed positive throughout. Ish. Neres. Just pilot guy. He didn't go through any development. But I mean, he's already old. So I guess. Because finding the relics wasn't that big of a side quest. You were already going there. You were just opening a second chest. And then the 4 that weren't on your team. Katharina. We see her multiple times throughout the game. That was one of the best ones done. And she goes in the end and inspires her people. How nice. Brigitte. Second. Not lowest, but she's cool. It's just didn't really go into her all that much. Barden, I'm sure there's a way to, like, want to hang out with him. He's good. He's fine. I liked how he was trying to figure out how to rule. I don't know why I didn't want to hang out with him. Alonso, of course, the best. We need an Alonso plush. His whole life changed. But he came out even better. Maria. Maria is very cool. No flaws. Trying to think, going through the menu. I think that's everyone. The archetypes. I like that system. A heck of a lot. And if it looks like they may make a sequel, I am actually okay with that for this game. There are more things to see, and there are more to know. Not everything was fully resolved. Ah, yes, the other contestants. I wish a few of them showed up a little more, but overall they made the whole tournament feel a lot more interesting instead of random people out there just messing around. They all had faces drawn for them, most of them. Just wish they had shown up a few more times or had more to say or to do. Forden, he was a good enemy. Along with the whole church, the end of Snowy area, what is it? Alterbury. That whole set of events. Real interesting. Glad he died. Rella. If only she could have lived. It wasn't her fault. Ah, Basilio, yes. What about him? I think he's pretty cool. What I'd seen is the image showing everyone there. Where everyone's walking towards on the front of the cover. I saw him on there, I'm like, well, he must join us. But yeah, he's good for what he is. And Fidelio certainly had depth. Unfortunate what happened. Looks like the credits are over. Thank you for making this game, and I implore you to buy this.
Dear guest, from a world I shall never know. In your eyes, I know our journey was ultimately a fiction. However, I hope your memories of this fantastical adventure burn as bright in your reality. I hope the promise of our world echoes in you. With all my heart, I hope that fantasy gives you strength.
Look at that. The rubble's just bait for tourists now.
I never expected a view like this.
Let's see it all. Let's see the world.
Yeah.
A new journey now beckons. In days of eld, the people prospered and perished in turn. Struck by their ways, I wrote a book of my dearest ideas. A tale of fantasy. In my vision, they placed their trust, and so the kingdom breathed new life.
The strength to believe in the unknown, that can change everything. Without a doubt, you will face all sorts